We all know why you're here. You want to hit Challenger in TFT. Or Iron. If you want to hit Iron, I don't know why you're here. But thank you for stopping by. In this video, I'm going to be sharing strategies and tactics for teamfight tactics in hopes to help you reach that glorious Challenger rank. First, let's talk about the know-how. You're going to want to know not just the comps, not just what's broken. You're going to want to focus on not even just those big, glorious first place wins. While yes, hitting first place gives you the most LP, which in turn does help you climb. What's better than hitting the occasional first place and a slew of 5th through 8ths? Consistency. You're going to want to consistently hit top 4 as much as possible. And now I know what you're thinking, that's duh. Of course you want to hit top 4 because that's what gets you the LP gains. Well, not everybody thinks about that. Some people think if it's first or nothing, and they end up rolling out early, bleeding out early, and hitting that fast 8th game after game after game. The first thing is the mindset. You do not want to aim for first. Now, first is great, but your goal is top 4. Now, you're going to have to drop the ego. You're going to have to let it slide, hitting for that consistent gain. If you have bad games, it's going to happen. Every once in a while, you're going to have a bad game. But it's better to learn from those mistakes and use that to help gain your knowledge and continue to push forward. Now, obviously, every 4 months, there's a new set of TFT, or at least that's the consistency that we've been getting. And I know that not all specific things like rush cultists if you're playing season 3, or you got warlords or mecha pilots. This is just tips for every single set across the board for the future, unless they change the entire game. I don't know, but for what we're working with what's been consistent. Now, the consistent thing is there's going to be metas. Every single set has them. Every single set has one comp that seems to be rule above the rest. And if you're able to play that uncontested, go for it. You don't want to be like, oh, well, it's not legit if you're climbing only using broken builds. No, the key to climbing is not because you're using broken builds. It's because you can use builds effectively. You know how to read your opponents, and you can read the situation with what augments you've been given with what items. And if that so happens that the meta comp, you get all the items and augments and no one's playing it, of course you're going to want to play it. It's an easy first place, or top 4 at the very least. You don't have to fight the patch. You don't have to go against it, but you don't have to rely solely on it. These tips are to help you think more like a player that wants to be in Challenger. You just want to be able to adapt, because every patch is going to change things up. There's going to be new comps that are stronger every single patch, and those happen pretty frequently. Great place to kind of keep an eye on what's strong or what's rising. Obviously, you've got the patch notes. I can cover those in other videos if you guys would like. You have other sites that'll help you learn what's currently strong, like TF Tactics, Meta TFT, Lol Chess. You could check out win rates of certain comps. Another thing you can do is watch challengers themselves play. You got people like Dish Soap, Kuhn, Milk. Those are just a couple. There's plenty more. Personally, I like watching Box and Scara. They're my favorites. I know, hey, everybody's got their favorites. You can just learn by watching. You don't have to be actively playing it consistently. It's honestly more helpful sometimes off the field than on the field. Because when you're watching from the sideline, you could be like, oh, why did he make that play? Oh, I don't think he should have done that. That's good. That's learning. That's the whole goal, is what this video is trying to accomplish. You want to be learning. That's the thing that's going to help you climb the most over anything else. Next, we're going to talk about flexibility. Don't lock in your comps on the second stage. Don't be like, oh, this one augment specifically for this one. I don't care that 3 other people are going to be playing this one comp. I'm going to force it. I'm going to tell you what, you're going to go 8th, maybe 6th at best. Or if you get all other 3 out, 5th. That's not a win. That's just a fast track to demoting, and you're going to probably be stuck at like diamond if you're lucky enough, honestly. If you want to reach challenger, you're going to want to be flexible. You'll be flexible around your items, your augments, everything. You're going to be scouting people and looking what they're playing. If you see, let's take the current set that's out. If you see 3 people playing boom bots, probably don't play boom bots. There's plenty of other choices. There's Cyberboss, there's Nitro. Now, sometimes these things aren't as strong in the current meta, but you could also study and you learn which comps counter other comps. So if you have a lot of strong AD champions that's in the current comp, that means a lot of people are going to be making AD builds. So build a lot of armor, a lot of sustain, and you have 1 or 2 people in the back doing damage, and that's all you need. Again, flexibility. You're going to be able to keep your eye out, constantly observing. It's always good, I'd say, every round even. If you're confident enough, it's a skill that takes a lot of time. Just scouting between every single board, keeping an eye on what's being played, what augments are being selected, how people are doing even just their econ. Just to know, like, oh, do I need to level up here? Do I need to push early? Do I have to go for a fast 8? Or can I kind of take it slow and slow roll, slowly build my units, play it that way? All these things are very important for scouting. It's a very strong skill set. And if you are playing the comp and then suddenly you notice, maybe on set 3 or 4, oh, 3 other people, they started playing my units, you gotta know when to pivot. It's not about locking yourself in, getting yourself strong enough in a certain comp, while also having the ability to pivot to another comp just as easily. You might have to do it on the flick of a wrist, who knows. But you always want to keep that open mind. Don't just go for the high roll. Sometimes you're going to have to go for an earlier game comp. And if that doesn't work, a mid-game or a late-game comp. Next, we're going to talk about econ. Because again, that's probably your next most important thing. Not just getting to 50 gold as fast as possible. And by the time you reach 50, you're like, oh, I lost 40 HP. Now I'm needing to roll and level and lose that 50 gold almost as soon as you get it. It's knowing how to play. Popular leveling schemes are you hit level 6 at stage 3-2 because the gold to XP ratio is pretty efficient there. Probably the most efficient there. Hitting level 7 at stage 4-1, trying to tempo. Another good thing with econing is identifying, as I said earlier, when you want to slow roll or if you want to hit level 8 fast. It all depends on kind of what your build is and what everybody else is doing. That'll tell you if you need to hit a fast 8. So let's say you have let's say you have 2 or 3 boards playing a lot of units that kind of peak off at the 2 cost champions and 3 costs. You might think, well, in order to do that, to compete with these people, rather than also diving into that 2 and 3 cost pool, maybe you need to go fast 8, get some strong 4 costs, maybe get them 2-starred, set yourself up to be comfortable for as long as while. And if you need to, you also need to learn when it is time to push for a level 9. Like, do you go for a fast 8, stay a little comfortable just to sustain yourself, get like some 2-stars, and then push for 9? And you just gotta take it game by game and study. Another thing with econing, if you're trying to maintain a win streak, it is not about having the perfect items all the time. You want to know what items are the most effective that are also flexible. You can slam items if it'll maintain your win streak, as long as you're not slamming an item that is only viable for a handful of comps that you might not even touch. You want to keep those items when you are slamming rather flexible items like Giant Slayer's not a bad one just because it can be used between 80 comps and AP comps. Sunfire Cape, because while yes, it's better against AD comps, you're still applying that consistent burn to knock out healing. So it kind of hits more facets and it also gives some HP to your own tank. So it's a more flexible item. And if you're lose streaking, which is a perfectly good strategy, honestly, it's probably one of the more item reliable strategies because you get that option of hitting early carousel, getting access to those items before other people, which some comps, like in this current set, Cypher, they kind of benefit from lose streaking. And when you're lose streaking, obviously the goal is to lose, but you don't want to put one unit in and tank 10 HP every single combat because you're going to get out in 10 turns. You're instead going to want to have a strong board, as in, I mean, a weak board, but strong enough to at least leave them with a couple units left just so it's not so damaging on your own life pool. Another tip I have, again, it's something that is off the field, not on the field. It is reviewing your games, learning. These are important aspects. The most important thing. Knowing what you did wrong and learning from a loss is going to be infinitely more valuable to you than looking at your wins. Because yeah, you won. That's awesome. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. But taking your loss, not being bitter about it, and looking at it, reviewing the tape, you could save the game and look back on it. Be like, okay, where did I go wrong? Did I maybe level too early, or did I not pivot fast enough? Did I delve too deep in my gold and leave myself with not enough resources to stabilize later? These are all helpful things that you're going to need to look at and study if you're hoping to climb. Another great way off the game is joining Discords dedicated to TFT, talking to as many people as possible. If you have access to talk to challenger players, that's amazing. Take advantage of that. That's awesome. You can go to Reddits, I'm sure. There's just communities. You can just talk to them and get feedback. Good overlays that you can use while kind of playing and learning. They have Meta TFT Tracker, TF Tactics Overlays, and Lol Chess VODs for reviewing your tapes. Watch your losses. Go over them. Where did you go wrong? Ask yourself that. It's all for improving yourself. You can only help yourself by reviewing. Becoming challenger isn't about being the smartest person in the world. It's not about having that high IQ. It's about disciplining yourself, being able to adapt to situations. It's building that knowledge through trial and error. And I encourage you to take what I've told you today, take it to your games, apply it, learn from your mistakes, be more perceptive by scouting, and see what that does for you. And I would love it if you comment below if these helped you, or if you have any other tips yourself and you want to share them, or if you feel like I said something that was incorrect. I'm always open to commentary. I don't want to look in the comments and see, oh, you're stupid, everything you said was wrong, but like you're not offering any criticism. We're all adults or conscious beings. So I feel like it'd be better to help each other out, lift each other up, and we can all see each other on that challenger pedestal. If you've liked this, leave a like, subscribe, comment. I would very much appreciate that. And if you guys have anything else you'd want to see, if you want me to go over patch notes, like I said earlier, any other topics you want me to cover, or with this new set coming out with the KO, with they described it as their anime set, which is very exciting. I'm looking forward to that. I will probably be playing a lot of that. I will be going for Challenger myself. Hopefully I'll see you on that battlefield. Bye-bye.